You and I, living in the strangest of times, on my hill, watching while the cities rise from the collapse that we left when the sun beat it down into the valley. Of times, you and me, watching while the cities rise and fall like rain. Seems that I knew you before, but when did I knew you then? Funny how the colors bend when lifetimes start to blend, and we've been spinning mysteries Mandala, living in the strangest of times, you and me, watching while the cities rise and fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain. Watching while the cities rise and fall like rain, living in the strangest of times, you and me, watching while the cities rise and fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain. Fall like rain, they fall like rain, they fall like rain.
Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show. Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum.
I'm James Creechbaum with the Paranormal and World Changes News. Could invisible aliens really exist among us? An astrobiologist explains. The Earth may be crawling with undiscovered creatures with a different biochemistry to life as we know it. Now, while life may be easy to recognize, it's actually notoriously difficult to define and has had scientists and philosophers in a debate for centuries, if not a millennia. For example, a 3D printer can reproduce itself, but we wouldn't call it alive. On the other hand, a mule is famously sterile, but we would never say it doesn't live. Also in the news, declassified FBI document claims multidimensional beings are visiting Earth. The declassified document states that not only have we been visited by extraterrestrials, but also beings from other dimensions. Also in the news, a security guard is stunned as he sees a UFO rising from construction site and soaring off. Now, the security guard was stunned when he witnessed this UFO rising from a California construction site and soaring off. Now, the bizarre footage that goes with it shows an exceptionally bright, unspecified objects slowly rise into the night sky before momentarily pausing in midair and then speeding away at an incredible speed. Also in the news, a ghost has been photographed in a historic Scottish castle. Now, the witness that took the picture, he had been visiting Edinburgh's Lauriston Castle when he captured a figure in one of the windows. The popular tourist destination, a historic 16th century tower house, has long held a reputation for being haunted with visitors to the property. Now, the man believes that he has captured concrete evidence of the castle's otherworldly inhabitants after snapping a photograph of something unusual during the visit to the grounds, and that was on January 4th. Also in the news, UFO-like anomaly appears next to the sun and is caught on camera. Now, the lady that took the picture, she was filming it, and she couldn't believe what she was filming. And she also captured other anomalies, and this was on December 29th. Now, she's not sure whether it was several objects of space junk, space rocks, or satellites, or something else, but there is some kind of objects in her pictures, for sure. Next news break, top of the hour.
Please check out the Night Dreams Talk Radio website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. Also, if you want to keep our show free of advertising, just hit the donate button. Give $1 or $2. Remember, all prior shows are always free to listen to. We at Night Dreams Talk Radio thank you for your support.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
You are listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio Network, from our compound to you worldwide, with your host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me. Boy, this week has gone by so freaking fast. It's already Friday, the end of the week for the show. I don't know. It just seems like I'm on a time warp. And again, a big shout out to my friend Earl Grey. We played his bumper music again tonight. I'd tell you, he can play guitar like you wouldn't believe. He can even sing great, and that just makes really good music. Well, tonight our guest is going to be Kelly Eyer. We're going to be talking about cryptids. You know, black eyed children. Are they real? Do they exist? But before all that, we also have Ryan calling up in a few minutes to talk about cryptic reports. So he should be calling any minute here on Night Dreams Talk Radio. Check out our website at www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. That's www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. I updated it a little bit today. Tomorrow it gets a major overhaul. You know, all the guests for next week will be put on it, and a lot of new photos and all that stuff that I've been procrastinating all week. Well, James, how you doing today, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing good. It was 60 degrees. It wasn't sunny, but it was 60. Can't complain. It's going to be 70 tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, but what's Sunday going to be?
55.
Well, that's still, for you, that's short weather, isn't it?
I'm telling you what, it should be. At this time of year, it's usually it should be in the 20s. By the end of January, in the beginning of February, we usually have a 2-week period where it's like 10 degrees or 0 or, below with wind chills, but I'm not complaining.
Earth changes, okay? People are denying it, but you know what? Earth changes. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're going to have that type of weather this time of year. I mean, that's crazy. I
haven't seen it above 50s in January in where I live in the Midwest. Well, I don't think ever. So, but October was only had 4 days below 60. So it's way off the weather. But I'm not complaining. It's not freezing, so I'm okay. I'm good with it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just like us. We hit 97, 96 degrees last year in April. And for us, we're in the 40s. It was crazy, but it lasted only one day. I got up that day And I went out to do something, and all of a sudden it was blue skies, and it was warm. And then it got hot. And then the next day it was cold and raining. Typical.
Yeah, I've seen, especially spring here, it's notorious for having 50 degrees swings in temperatures in one day. Like you could wake up, be 25, 30, and by 3, 4 in the afternoon it could be 75, 80. It's just bizarre like that. It's hard to prepare a day for that when it's 25, 30 when you get up, and 3 in the afternoon, it's 75, 80. That's a big swing in temperature.
Yeah, like I said, there's some people that says that Earth changes. Well, it's all a hoax. It's not real. But I tell you, it's a lot of weird things going on. A lot of weird things.
There is, and a lot of science and facts back this up, but I believe that the ocean currents holds if not 80%, 70%, dictates the temperature of the Earth because of the warmer water going up in certain areas that keeps certain lands warmer. And if it wasn't going up through there, the water wouldn't be warm. The land would be a lot colder, especially up around UK.
Well, yeah. Well, UK, they're prepared for the worst winter in the last 100 years. Yeah, that is really scary. Like I mentioned before on the show, the water, a little belt, it goes from the equator all the way up the Atlantic Ocean, all the way up to the UK and all that stuff. It's slowing down. And if that stalls, that'll put, you know what? It'll put them in an ice age really fast, or near an ice age. And that is so scary for that to happen. By the way, I think we have Ryan on the phone. Ryan, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. It's really weird. In Ohio tomorrow, James saying it's going to be in the 70s. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and Ryan's on, you're 100 miles east of me, so I don't know what, your temperature can't be too much different than mine.
No, actually, you're right. It's going to be just about the same, pretty much.
Well, get out there, and suntan lotion, get the blanket out there in the backyard, and enjoy getting a tan in the middle of winter. What do you have, Ryan, in Cryptic Reports here tonight?
Alrighty. Well, I got a couple here. I'm going to start off with an investigation that I actually did myself, and then I'm going to go into a couple more here, if that's all right.
That's what you're here for.
All right, let's do it. All right, so the first one I got, it is a owl man sighting. And this is from September, and me and my wife actually investigated this ourselves. And it first starts out a man, I'm not allowed to give his name out, but the one night, I guess he was out by his barn, and his barn, he actually lives on a really nice part of property. And it's got solar panels, he's got a bunch of stuff. Anyway, he's a pretty smart guy. So he has a garage he turned into a recording studio / band rehearsal. It's pretty nice up there. So his buddy was practicing the piano, and he was coming from the house with a drink, and he looked up into the sky because something caught his eye at the time. And at first, he thought it was a hang glider. And as it got closer, he realized, no, this isn't a hang glider. And as it got even closer, he realized, what am I looking at here? And finally, he goes, oh my God, it looks like an owl. And sure enough, it turned its head right at him. And he said at that point, he almost dropped the cup he was carrying. And as it flew over him, he ran in to go get his friend who was playing the piano. And when he ran back out, his friend didn't see it. It had actually flown over and flew away. Now, that was actually the second time he had seen this creature. The first time he was driving his car right below his house, coming out of his driveway, and it flew over his car. And when he showed us this, the wingspan is massive. And he said it had to have been 18 to 20 foot wingspan. And it was about 5 to 6 feet tall, and it had a golden color on its stomach. It had a beak, and it had 3 clawed fingers. And it also had 6 to 8 inch feathers coming off of his wings. And he actually drew a picture of this. You guys can actually check it out on Lon's site on fansandmonsters.com. But it's the sighting itself is